Bruh, man. Alright, so if you guys haven't heard, man, you know what I'm saying? Bruh, I used to work at Bellagio, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, bruh. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you guys some of the stories of when I used to work at Bellagio, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's where Finney the Legend shot Manny the Great, I think. You know what I'm saying? All right, so look. So when I first started working at Bellagio, you know what I'm saying, they was paying $18 an hour. Luckily enough for me, you know what I'm saying, like I was able to get in there pretty not too bad. And I was able to get in there pretty quick, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't so when I went through the interview process, you know what I'm saying, this chick, she had a crush on me and she just kept doing weird stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Weirdo stuff. She was Ethiopian or something like that. Hey, yo, type of one in the chat if you guys can see everything, you know what I'm saying, and hear the audio. Type of two in the chat if you can't hear the audio. Alright, so last night while I was going to the AMC theaters over at Town Square out here in Las Vegas, my Uber driver, we passed by all the commotion, all the police cars, all of these freaking people, all crowded up around the strip. My Uber driver was like, oh man, they must be doing construction. And I was like, oh no, man, you know what I mean? It's Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? You know, traffic on the strip. You know what I'm saying? So I go to the movies, you know what I'm saying? I saw the Eternals yesterday. It was mid. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting better. So I'm coming back from the movies. You know what I'm saying? The strip is still all freaking caution taped off. Like you're not able to see anything. You know what I'm saying? And then I get home, I wake up, and one of my homeboys that lives out here in Vegas too, he hits me up and he's like, yo, man, you know what I mean? Like a famous YouTuber shot another famous YouTuber. Not only did he shoot the other YouTuber, but he also unalived his significant other as well. That is wild stuff. You know what I'm saying? Very wild stuff. Yo, what's up, Reba Gang? Yo, what's up, GOD? What's up, Reba? What's up, POV? What's up? You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I got some Bellagio story times. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? Awesome. Yo, what's up, Daniel? Hope you guys are having a productive day. Type of one in the chat if you guys can hear the audio and the audio is good. Type of two in the chat if you can't hear the audio and the audio is bad. So, as you guys may or may not know, I used to work at Bellagio. You know what I'm saying? That was my main source of income back at that time. You know what I'm saying? I got fired again from my job being a porter over at Twain Estates, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been fired many times from there. So, with that being said, I start working at Bellagio after I go through the interviewing process, to which case this Ethiopian shit, she kept trying to touch on me. Like, we walk in to get to the line to, you know what I mean, like to do our next test, and she tries to stick a banana in my pocket, or she reaches in my pocket. I put a banana from the concession stand in my pocket. She reaches into my pocket, grabs the banana, and I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? And she just starts laughing. You know what I mean? Like females be doing, you know what I mean? For real, for real. It is hilarious. You know what I mean? All right, y'all, so peep game. You know what I mean? And tell these story times, you know what I'm saying? Do these story times real quick. Ooh. Okay, so, you know what I mean? We're already here. I'll tell y'all the story time. So, on this one day in particular, now, if you guys don't know, this whole thing went down in front of the Bellagio fountains. You know what I'm saying? And the Bellagio fountains is at where I used to be employed. You know what I mean? At the Bellagio. I was a GRA, which stands for a guest room attendant. You know what I'm saying? Yes, technically I was a maid if you want to be a douchebag about it. You know what I'm saying? So my job as a maid was I had to clean 13 rooms a day. And you would think that's not a lot, you know what I'm saying? You would think 13 rooms a day, it's not that bad. It's only, you know what I mean? Like, you just got, but the thing is, like, you had to clean these rooms pristine. And you had 8 hours to do 13 rooms, which is like less than pretty much 30 minutes if you take a break for lunch, which you always should take a break for lunch. You know what I mean? Now, what's up, y'all? Hey, what's up, He's the Gamer? What's up, Gus Vero? What's up, Ray? What's up, Ori? What's up, Ducks? Hi, Ducks. Yo, W's, what's up, Takes? Hey, what's up, Beverly? What's up? Yo, what's up, Grunts? You know what I'm saying? I digress. So, I get to work and I'm loading up my tray. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I get to work on this day in particular, I'm loading up my tray, I guess you would call it, you know what I'm saying, my cart in all actuality. So I'm loading up my cart and I'm putting all the linens on there because you got to put, you know what I'm saying, like sheets and all that other stuff and Bed Bath and Beyond products and whatnot, all on your cart. You know what I'm saying? So I do that, get myself loaded up, and I head out. And when I get my cart out of the little doorway or whatever, you know what I mean? I see these like 6 dudes. You know what I mean? Like 5, between 4 and 6 dudes. I see between these 4 and 6 dudes, they walk past my cart, and as they're walking past my linen cart, they're all high-fiving each other and shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, good job, bro. Yeah, dude. And I didn't know what they were high-fiving for. You know what I'm saying? I think nothing of it. It's Bellagio. It's a casino. Everyone gambles here. Maybe they win a whole bunch of money. So I walk out, you know what I'm saying? I got my car. I walk out, you know what I'm saying? And now before you clean the rooms, you have to go down the line and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to check the rooms to see if they're either DD or they're do not disturb. Now, DD stands for, you know, whatever. So so I went to my first door and, you know, you got to open up the door, walk inside. And when you walk inside, you have to, like, you know, check to see if they're still there, check to see if the guests have checked out, all that good stuff. See if they left a tip, you know what I'm saying? Things like this. Check your music. That's a super chat request. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I forgot to put the link to, my bad. I'll be right back, y'all. I forgot to put the links. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, y'all. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Working at Bellagio, that was like my favorite place to work at because I got so many freaking stories from it. You know what I'm saying? That place was freaking wild. All right, so let's see. You guys coming up fresh. Hold up, y'all. All right, so let me see. Boom. And then, I almost got up the links. Yeah. Dang it. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We found it. This is so much more work than I thought it would be. But I am almost on the way back. Yep. That makes a lot of sense, actually. A lot of sense. Wow. I was just there. Okay, there we go. We found it. Yep. Yeah, that's real talk. A lot of real life realizations. Oh boy. Okay. Literally seconds from being back. 10 seconds. Yep. Almost there. Super Super close. No Diddy, by the way. What's up, Faceless? What's up, Troy Killer? Hmm? What's up? Message. All right, man. Damn. Yep. And we are back. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got the links up. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. So I go and I check the doors. You know what I mean? And one of the doors that I check, I go inside. Now, when you go to these doors, you have to knock at least 3 times. And then you open the door and then you walk in. You feel me? Now, me, you know, I knock 3 times and I say, yo, housekeeping, because that's what you're supposed to say. And then I don't hear nothing back. I knock 3 times again. I yell out housekeeping. I don't hear anything back. So, you know what I mean? I'm figuring it's safe to go inside. You know what I'm saying? But just to be safe, I do it one more time. I just realized, oh my God, that's what I forgot to do today. I forgot to go pick up new nunchucks because I only got 1 or 2 viable pairs left. I'll be right back. I'm about to grab them mugs. I don't know if I got enough room. It's low-key kind of enough room. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Shalice? Yo, what's up, Broken Smiles Devils? Yo, what's up, Limpin? Hey, what's up, Tom? You know what I'm saying? What's up? Yo, what's up, Potato Syrup? All right, so peep game. So, I go. Let me see. So, I go into the door. You know what I'm saying? So, I walk into the room after I knock 3 more times, and then I call out and see if, you know, anyone's up in there. No one says anything. So, I go into the room, and when I get in there, first place I go is into the bathroom. You know what I mean? Walk into the bathroom, and you know what I mean? Like, the place is trashed. And when I say that this place was trashed, I mean there was crap everywhere. And not just regular crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? We all be used to, you know what I mean, people leaving like toilet paper or, you know what I mean, like maybe a pair of underwear or something on the floor. You know what I mean? Maybe even like a wet toothbrush. You feel me? But no, that was not the case. This bathroom was covered in pancakes, syrup, and what could possibly be more than likely Diddy liquids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the GRA. I've got to clean all of this up, right? So because no one said anything when I first walked into the room, I'm not thinking that there's anyone in there. I'm thinking if the place was, you know what I mean? It was vacant. So I'm in the bathroom. I start cleaning up a couple of the things. I'm wearing gloves. You know what I'm saying? I've got a COVID mask on. You know what I mean? I've got a bottle of cleaner in my hand. I got all the bells and whistles for this situation. With that being said, you know what I mean? I'm cleaning stuff up, and then after I get done cleaning off the counter, after I get done cleaning off the counter and a little bit of the floor, I then attempt to move to the shower. And good Lord, the stuff I found in the shower, half of the stuff I will not talk about. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Robert? Bruh. Who is first time finding? Oh, when was my first time finding a nunchuck? My first time playing with nunchucks was during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Once the quarantine started happening, then I started picking up nunchucks, you know what I mean? Just to like, you know what I mean? For a little bit of exercise and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, I keep I started now look in the shower. And the shower, I shit you not, is covered in pancakes, syrup, eggs, and something else that I won't say on camera. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at all of this stuff. Yo, I'm looking at all of this stuff, and I'm noticing that, okay, so I'm looking at all of this stuff, and I'm noticing that, ooh, yeah, I can't tell you guys that. So, after I ascertained that the bathroom is obviously a biohazard, and when we were working at, and when I was working at now if you don't know, when you're working as a GRA, biohazard stands for, you know what I mean, you don't have to clean it. If it's so disgusting and so nasty that, you know what I'm saying, you probably shouldn't touch it. You probably shouldn't touch it. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. All right, you guys, if you guys do send something through my tip jar, you know what I'm saying, make sure to let your boy know in the comment section by saying, check your tip jar. Now I'm gonna have my tip jar up. Now I have my tip jar up on the side, over there and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. I'll be right back. Let's see. Almost back. Literally seconds from being back. Swear to God. See, look, it's me. All right, so now, like I was saying, if something is deemed as a biohazard, then you don't have to clean it because it's nasty already. You ain't gotta, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta work on it. You ain't gotta fix any of it. You know what I'm saying? It's really important that you not have to clean any of that. You know what I mean? So, oh my God, that's terrifying. So, you know what I'm saying? I end up, so after I ascertained that the bathroom is so messed up that I'm not gonna have to freaking clean it, I then leave out of the bathroom and I decide to go check the bed to make sure that, that was on the up and up. So I go into the living room of the hotel room and, ooh, that actually makes sense. So I go into the living room of the hotel room, and when I get there, now on my way to getting to the bed, I had to walk through the hallway, right? The little bitty hallway that's in the room. Now while I'm walking through the hallway, I'm looking around, obviously, you know what I'm saying? And I wish, look, man, it was everywhere. All right. Now, luckily enough for me, I didn't have a black light on me. If I did have a black light on me, it would have been way worse. You know what I'm saying? Now, because I didn't have a black light on me, I couldn't see all of the obvious liquids that had been sprayed or littered or slathered all over the walls or whatever. It was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, the place was covered in used condoms. I shit you not. Used. Already been used, man. It was on the television. Like, it was everywhere. I can't count them all. But all I'm knowing is this is the biohazard. I'm not cleaning any of it. Type of one in the chat if you would have not cleaned the biohazard, if you would have seen, type of one in the chat if you would not have cleaned a bunch of used condoms on the floor. Type of two in the chat if you would have cleaned it regardless. I wasn't going to do it, man. I ain't about that life. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Hmm? Hey, what's up, NT? Hey, what's up? What's up, Rich City? Hey, what's up, Salt? Yo, you just stayed at the Bellagio last week, Salt? That is wild. That is wild. You know what I'm saying? I know, that is crazy to me. Hmm? Man. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's wild. Hella wild. You know what I mean? Now, that being said, after seeing that the room was covered in used contraceptive, we'll just say that. I then turned around only to see, to my horror, that there was a extremely naked, yet very attractive white woman sleeping on the bed, face up. You know what I mean? And the worst part is, bruh, this is messed up. The worst part is that baby girl was like legit spread eagle, like, you know what I mean? Like this. I'm just like, yo, come on, bro. Now, my first reaction was not to look for longer. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, yes, I would have loved to have been the type of dude to be like, oh my God, like this, it's like finding a PS5 right when GTA 6 drops. Like, this is Christmas right now. But nah, in my brain, I'm just like, this is a horrifying place to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, this chick is this is a great way to go to prison for a long time. Even being in this room was dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So me, you know what I'm saying? I legit, like, bruh. I felt like this is I felt like this is the episode of Tom and Jerry, bruh. Cause when it happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, I walk in there and I look around and then I see what's popping and I'm like, hell no. And I just start backing out. I ain't got nothing to do with none of this. I don't want any of what is in here probably. So I slowly back out of the room. And when I get out the room, I close the door. You know what I'm saying? And I lock that mug. And then I go and I do my other rooms. You know what I'm saying? So about 4 or 5 hours later, I'm cleaning one of the other rooms. And that same chick that I saw laying spread eagle on the freaking bed goes walking past me, and she sees me because I was getting some sheets off my linen cart. She sees me and she's like, ooh, you're cute. And like rubs on my shoulder and shit. And I was just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? I ain't talk to her. Like, not like that. I ain't say nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys probably be like, oh, BlastphamousHD, why didn't you get her number? I don't know, man. 6 dudes. That's a lot. Oh, I forgot to mention, she was covered in used condoms too. I don't even know how they did that. Like, it's a lot of work, I would think. Yo, what it is, JJ? That's wild, ain't it? No. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was covered in used contraceptives. She was covered in used condoms, man. Covered in them. How? Why? Like, she was wearing them. Like, they was all over her body. And the bed she was on had them all over the bed. And it was all over, they were all over the floor. I'm just like, well, it was 6 dudes, so that's still a lot for 6 dudes. It had to be like 80 dudes. That's what it seemed like to me. I'm like, there's no way 6 guys can make this much. You know? Terrible. Horrible. Horrifyingly scary stuff. Huh? Oh. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Hey, what's up, Rich City? What's up, Slips? My bad if I'm butchering you guys' names, you know what I'm saying? My bad, y'all. What's up, Anakin Skywalker? You know what I'm saying? Loved you in Revenge of the Sith. Mm-hmm. Bro, but this thing, playing with this thing is like me playing with a yo-yo. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to have a yo-yo when I was a kid. And, you know, and if you guys don't know, a yo-yo will die the minute the string doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. All right. More Bellagio story times. Okay. So, but that paled in comparison as to when I almost got myself in some sort of another trouble, another situation, another flu flammering. Bruh. So I'm going to tell you guys a situation that's actually kind of funny. This one is called, this BHD story time. I don't know if I've told this on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You guys might not have heard it. But this BHD story time is called A Great Miscommunication in Racial Slang. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Michael, if you guys don't know, now, we'll preface this BHD story time by saying simply, black people and white people have completely different slang. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which, you know what I mean? I don't know too much about the different variables of the slang. You know what I'm saying? But I just know it's super different. With that being said, one of my favorite homeboys, like one of my first best friends when I first moved to Las Vegas, his name was Keith LeGros. Keith LeGros was a Caucasian dude, you know what I mean? He's a white guy. He was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was cool as all living shit. He was a virgin, but for some reason, he was one of the calmest people I've ever met in my life up to that point. Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, Keith LeGros, at some point, like, we met at a land center. Dude was super duper nice. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Yo, you guys are freaking awesome, bro. I love you guys. I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome, bro. W's in the chat for you guys, man. Yo, I love you guys' energy, man. You guys are freaking awesome. Oh my God, man. You guys are a godsend, bro. Like, it's really, really freaking cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, to get, you know what I mean? To be able to just hang out, talk to people, play video games, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, nunchuck and practice my, you know what I mean? Practice my nunchucks in front of people, tell y'all stories of wild and shit I've got myself into. All right, so look, I'll tell you guys what. Once we reach the Super Chat milestone, which is 50 in Super Chat, you know what I mean? Preferably through my tip jar link. You know what I mean? I'll tell you guys a story that I know I've never told you guys on the internet. You guys have never heard it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a dating story time. And it's one of the type of ones that you guys will like. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yo, hope you guys are having a productive day today. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all, you know what I mean? Hope y'all crushes gave y'all the note back that circled yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to hang out, cuddle, and hopefully suck stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hope you guys have been, you know what I'm saying, playing many video games and, you know, enjoying lots of barbecue. You know what I'm saying? The type with sweet baby rays. I'm going to get me some. I need to go to the nunchuck place. You know what I'm saying? I only got one nunchuck right now, and it's different. Bruh. Hey, that's what's up. Yo, that's cool. Hey, what's up, Time? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Weeble? Boom. Yo, what's up, Cuddy? All right, so this next BHD story time, I'm going to tell you guys, like I said, you know what I mean? If you guys do want to super chat to your boy more direct, the best way to do so is directly through the tip jar link that's up in the comment section above and or so below. You know what I'm saying? Off up in this mug. You know what I'm saying? We'll make this, yeah, all right, so peep game. You know what I mean? So, this is what happened. You know what I mean? told you guys that. No, you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys a story about Rashad Banks. Cause that dude, that dude sucked. You know what I mean? No, didn't. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, as you guys well know, I used to hang out with Rashad like before he robbed my house at gunpoint. And one of the days that I was hanging out with him, we decided to go to the mall. You feel me? Because we both lived over in the pyramids out here in Las Vegas, which is a place where please hide your children and hide your wives, because they shooting everybody out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's not the other one, like, you know, like what that other guy says. But, so anyway, on this day in particular, oh no. That's what's up. Hey, what it is, Mr. Rabbit, the gaming legend? Hey, Yamamote says, BHD, I think I'm running away or taking my own life. What do I do? Read 5 pages of a book every single day. That'll cure your brain from thinking foolishness. You know what I'm saying? I suggest a Maze Runner book or something of a Harry Potter variety. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you know, that will cure what ails you. Either that or exercise. There are many routes to this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, read 5 pages of a book a day. You know what I'm saying? I'd say something of the Harry Potter variety or Maze Runner and or self-development. You know what I'm saying? There's many of different choices. They got I tend to go to this one place that sells books out here. It's called Barnes and Nobles. You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat if you've ever been to Barnes and Nobles. You know what I'm saying? They got it, it's over, well, they got it over on Decatur out here. You know what I'm saying? But they also got one on Jones, and they got another one on Tamara Street. You know what I'm saying? Barnes and Nobles. That's my shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever been to Barnes and Nobles. I can't believe y'all. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. All right, so with that being said, I was hanging out with Rashad, you know what I mean? And we go to, first place we go is to Roberto's, man. We go to get some food, you know what I'm saying? And when we get there to get the food, you know, Rashad looks me directly into the windows of my soul, children, but hopefully adult people, directly into them and says to me, I don't have my wallet on me, you know what I'm saying? But I'll get you back on Tuesday if you like, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't even, you know, that's wild. You know, I'm just not remembering this. He ain't even offered to pay me back. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing it because I don't like to be around somebody when they hungry. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people not to eat food and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nah. You are Groot. That's awesome. You know what I mean? All right, so type of one in the chat if you guys can hear the audio and the video, and the audio and the video is good. Type of 2 in the chat if the audio and the video is bad. You know what I'm saying? And you can't hear none of it. What it is, Solo Dolo? What it is, Candace? What it is, the boy Carl? Ah, yes. What it is, Mr. G.G. Watts? What it is, Bless 45? You remember this story time? Hey, Bless 45, what happens? What happens in the story time? Pop quiz. It's a quick one. If you get it right, I'll give you a prize. This is the part where I play the music. Do, 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 do. Hey, what's up, Xavier? What's up, Logan? All right, so yeah. Hey, yo, Mo, so you saw the clip on Twitter? It was crazy, right? Like, that's wild that would happen. You know what I'm saying? All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? We cooling. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Oh. Hey, what's up, the Rizzler? Hmm. you you guys are funny. All right, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Where'd the dude go? Where did he go? Hmm. Hey, TK, when did you learn to play with nunchucks? You know what I mean? Yeah. What got you into nunchucks? Hmm. Hey, Shin, that's a 500 in super chat. You know what I'm saying? To the BHD. What the hell? I don't. There's a 500 in super chat, young sir. That's hilarious. Ah, you guys use nunchuck as well. That's cool. Hmm? Yeah. Hmm. Yo, appreciate the compliment, yo. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Bruh, so did you guys hear about what happened on the strip? How did you guys, am I the first person that's telling you guys what happened on the strip? Or did you guys already hear about it? You know what I'm saying? Because that situation is wild. You know what I mean? What video games is coming out? You know what I mean? Aside from everyone waiting on GTA 6, I know the Nintendo Switch just dropped. You know what I mean? And that, I gotta get me one of those, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when though. Isn't it expensive? How much does a Nintendo Switch cost? I heard the games are like $150 a piece. Real talk. Hmm. Did I know Finney? I might have seen him in passing out here in Vegas, but I never actually like hung out with him or anything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so there's little tidbits about what happened, you know, when they it's just wild to me, you know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the footage, you'll see that homie, oh man, hold up. Wait, hold up. That's what's up. So yeah, if you guys look at the footage, you know what I'm saying, you guys will see like that one of the dudes was just like minding his own business. It looked like the other dude was trying to fight him when he saw him, like it was on sight for him. What the hell was that? You know what I mean? So, and when the dude saw the dude, he just, you know, apparently just he just put some holes in him. Wild stuff. You know what I mean? Mario Kart is 80. That's not awful. You know what I mean? I'm in Australia, and the Switch 2 is $699. Good Lord. Great Gugga Mugga. That's a lot of freaking money. You know what I'm saying? What type of shit? That's wildin'. That's wildin' in the streets. You know what I mean? Every time. That's what's up. Yo, that's what's up. That girl that was with dude was too chill. Yo, do you guys know what happened to the girl that was with the dude? Who knows what happened to the girl that was with the dude, the wife? Because it happened on camera. On camera. I got the footage. You know what I'm saying? Ice, look. Once we reach the first Super Chat milestone of 50 in Super Chat, I'm going to show you guys the footage that I can't show you guys. But I'm able to show you guys as long as I don't have the sound on. Because you can hear the moments when she was unalived. I can play the sound and the video clip separately, but I can't play it in tandem because, you know, it's wild. But yeah, wild stuff. Wild stuff. Who knows what happened to the chick? I'll tell you guys, I know. You know. I just want to know if you guys know. What was the beef even about? I don't know. You know what? The beef was goofy. It wasn't one of those beefs that's real crazy, like, oh, he, you know, stabbed me when I was in 6th grade or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The beef was probably over like, oh man, you said something in the comment section that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? So what I saw in the footage was that the black dude was walking with his camera and he was like filming the white dude, and the white dude didn't even know he was on camera. And then the black dude like runs a little bit ahead of him, you know what I'm saying? And he's got his wife with him. The black dude's got his wife with him and everything. He runs way ahead. And when he runs way ahead, he sets up his camera like he's about to try to fight the dude or something. Or confront him for over some goofy shit or something he said on Twitter or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, completely out of nowhere, the white dude goes walking past the screen. And then the white dude is like, oh, you know, like he walks past. And then at some point, the black dude, he walks backwards like, yeah, chat, you about to see me handle this right now. And he walks back, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he walks back and get in the frame like, yeah, what's up? Like, and he says something, white dude come back, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh, what's up? But then the black dude's wife jumps in front of the white dude and stops him from getting too close to the black guy, which is neither good nor bad at this point. And the black guy's wife is like, no, you know what? You ain't doing it. And she starts doing that black girl thing that black girls do when they're just gonna keep cursing at you. Like, you piece of shit, you ain't never gonna be, you mothers, you ain't a left or right jalapeno pepper in a Texas station cafeteria. Just random shit. But the finger pointing is the offensive part. So she's just pointing his face, and the white dude, he just pulls it and he just puts like 6 of them into the black guy, right? And you hear it on camera. The black chick is like, no, no. And you know what I mean? And then, so who else knows what happened? Who else knows what happened? Anybody? Apparently it was on site, but it escalated crazily. Very much so. Elza Prinza, thank you for the love from Holland. That's what's up. Hey, what's up, Ricky? Appreciate the compliment, bro. That's awesome that you still watch me. That's awesome that you watched me for so long. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the compliment. Yeah, what happened to black? Nobody knows what happened to the black girl, huh? Bruh. Man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all guys what happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if we reach the super chat milestone before I roll, if we reach the super chat milestone, like, well, I guess this will just be a one-off one. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about super chats or nothing for this one. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about the link in the bottom. I'm just going to tell you guys what happened. And then I'm more than likely going to go get some breakfast. So, what happened was this. You know what I'm saying? I actually have to go get some new pairs of nunchucks as well. So what happened was this. You know, oh man. So what happened to the black girl was this. You know what I mean? Once the guy capped the chick, right? I mean, capped the dude, he then turns around and caps the guy's wife in the dome. Bah! On camera. On camera. So much so that now what's wild is the wife had ran over and grabbed the camera and was about to start filming that guy that had just capped or, put holes in her husband, right? So she gets the camera. She's like, no, hey, are you serious? Are you serious? And bah! You know what I mean? Bruh. She's on camera when it happens. She falls with the camera and you see it filming the ground. But in a way as to where all you could see was darkness and dirt. You know what I'm saying? Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Nothing's that serious, man. Nothing is that serious. It's never that serious, man. You know what I'm saying? It's never that serious. There's nothing that's that serious. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Super Gamer? You know what I'm saying? Yo, W's in the chat, man. You guys are awesome. For real, for real. Sup, peep game. Oh my God. So, but yeah, some people confirmed that that's what happened. He took them both out, bruh. Like, ugh. Oh, like, come on, like, you walking down the strip with a loaded pistol? Why for, though? Like, there's no reason for that. There's no reason for that type of foolishness, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what, you know what I'm saying? Like, if any dude is ever thinking about making a life-altering decision, hit the strip club for a week straight first. On God. A week straight. A week straight to the strip club. Every day titty. See if you feel different. You're welcome. Have a nice weekend. That's real shit. Hit the strip club for a week. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? I've never used this method. Me personally, I haven't used this method myself. You know what I'm saying? But I plan to, if I ever get into a place where I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, oh man, this really sucks. I'll just go to the strip club. But I've never done that. What I would normally do if I ever was going through something, you know what I'm saying? What I would normally do is just I would use the whole Roger from American Dad approach. I would just go out and make random groups of friends and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's funny too, man, because the way I do it just makes no sense. I just walk up on a random group of 7 people and just start telling stories. Hey, did you see that fight that happened outside the bar the other night? Shit was wild. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, these 2 girls that were fighting over this guy. The guy's name was Glenn. Glenn's like a deal breaker name, you know what I'm saying? But still crazy. So anyway, the 2 girls are fighting and one of their titties falls out and it's and it wasn't like a good titty, you know what I'm saying? Like a, you know what I mean? Like a National Swimsuit model titty. It was more like a National Geographic type of titty. You know what I'm saying? Like the one that is real long, the one that's longer than it is full. But yeah, so they're fighting and stuff. They just move down the freaking block. You know what I mean? And when they move down the block, out of nowhere, this dude pulls a gun out of his jacket. You know what I'm saying? And points it at me. And that's actually a real story. That's a real story. If I told you guys the actual story, it's actually way worse than that. All right, so what happened was, I'll tell y'all that story actually. I wonder if I told y'all that before. You know what I'm saying? Hmm? Can the video be found here on YouTube, Nova? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. All those videos can be found on YouTube. Y'all want to see them? Y'all want to see them? I can show y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell y'all what. If we reach the first Super Chat milestone, you know what I'm saying, which is 50 in Super Chat, either through my tip jar and or straight through the channel, you know what I mean, on both YouTubes combined. You know what I'm saying? We're not at, you know what I mean, like 50 in total. So 25 from there, 78 from the other one. That's 50. You know what I'm saying? $50, a 3 million from one, 78 cents from one, that's $50 in total. Swear to God. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes perfect sense if you don't do the math. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love gore. I mean, they don't show any gore. It doesn't really show any gore. You know what I'm saying? I can actually show it on my phones and I won't even get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I can show y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild as hell. Well, here, look, I'll tell y'all what. I'm just gonna show y'all. Yep. Hell yeah. I'm gonna show y'all. All right, so it is a bit sketchy, but I will have to like search it up and stuff. I gotta like look for it and whatnot. Yeah, let's look for it. Yeah. Whoop. Hey, so type of 1 in the chat if y'all want me to show the footage. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys don't want me to show the footage and just want me to keep nunchucking. You know what I'm saying? Okay, show footage. I got y'all. We got y'all coming up fresh. Understandable, Ricky Hanayama. Is that from Baki Grappler? That's my shit. It's like my favorite anime growing up. All right, so let's find this mug. Yeah, man, that's some wild stuff. All right, so let's see. Now, we cannot play. I can't let you guys hear the sound, but let's see. YouTuber shoots YouTuber on stream, and everything was on stream too. That's the wild thing about it. It was all on stream. Let me see. Let's see. Got the actual footage. The plan. Man, this wasn't no planned shooting. I don't think it was.
So normally I wouldn't cover these kinds of things, but this is something that...
Yeah, we're not going to listen to that guy. You know what I'm saying? That guy just... That doesn't sound entertaining in the least. Let's see. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Before this guy... Huh? Dang, they really sized it up. None?
Las Vegas police are investigating a shocking shooting that unfolded live on a YouTube stream, allegedly involving YouTubers Sin City Mannywise and Finney the Legend. The incident occurred late Sunday night near the...
I'll say your name for 5 in Super Chat. You know what I mean? Yep, send a 5 through in Super Chat. Everything you guys Super Chat through, it all goes towards turning my stories that I do into story times. You know what I'm saying? That's why we be telling these mugs. YouTuber shoots. Okay, so Manny the Legend. No, it's like Finney the Legend. Yeah, Finney the Legend. Huh? I was about to type in verses. That's kind of insensitive. Oh my God! This is a video of Finney the Legend. Yo! Oh, that is wild. What? Yo! Yo! What the hell? So he was like an everyday streamer. So look at this. He was like an everyday streamer. And this was him literally, how long was this ago? This was like, yo, everybody's coming into his live to pay their respects. Yo, that's wild. Newest comments. Yeah, this latest his latest vlog video went viral because you know, him and his wife unfortunately succumbed to their injuries. That is freaking chilling. So this was him like 36 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? That's wild, right? Bro, homie was just turned up on the street. I be in Fremont Street. I be lit out there. That's wild. That's crazy. That's wild. Damn. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Understandable. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Hey, so I'm about to go get something to eat real quick, you know what I'm saying? When I get back, I'm going to do a live stream telling you guys a story of some people that I met on the strip that just plain ended up shooting. They got me shot at and ended up robbing me for my good pairs of nunchucks and my Broly skateboard and my $2,500 Gucci backpack. Yeah. And my willingness to ever go to a dude's house to help him so that he can drop off his gun. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for these things and more on Dragon Ball Z. We're going to edit that ending out. Yep. We're going to edit that whole ending out. Let's see.